Hello, magic makers, and welcome to August. I am Lisa McCardle of Inner Wisdom Awakening, and this is your August energy forecast. We are in the height of summer, and we are coming in bold, big, bold, and strong into August. Right out of the gates with this Leo energy, full moon on the 1st of August, all the things. Be sure to stick around to the end and I'll give you the 4 frequencies, themes, things you most want to know to optimize your experience of August. So let's dive right in. August, it is a beautiful month from a numerological perspective. It is the 8th month of the year, which brings us that infinity, that moving in infinity of possibilities from heaven to earth, optimizing your highest consciousness in with your earthly experience. We take the 8th month and we add it to the 7th year, and it gives us the number 15. And the number 15 is the number of spiritual alchemy. So this gives you a really amazing opportunity to use that infinity of the 8 and the codes that are coming in this month to alchemize your experience as a spiritual being in physical form to the next level. Now, of course, this is the journey we're on right now, the journey of awakening, the journey of becoming new humans. Every corner, every edge, every spiral that you move through is about spiritual alchemy. But this month really gives you the optimization to expand this, to take it all to heart, to really move into the becoming. We're going through lots of birth canals. It can feel very intense. And that's why the soothing of these numbers is kind of extra special this month. So you take the 1 and the 5 and it gives us the 6. And so it is a 6 universal month, the 6 being the number of the mother, the number of nurturing, the number of love, of healing, of soothing, of kind of calming down. Just think if you're sitting at the feet of the beloved divine mother, that sense of love that is unconditional, harmony, ease. And it's much needed because the astrology this month is a little extra. So it gives you 6 also brings in responsibility, which does pair well with the astrology that's coming. But it gives you that responsibility, meaning your ability to respond in any given moment, which of course you can only really master if you're in absolute presence. Presence is what gives you the ability to respond from a space that is nurturing, in balance, in harmony. And this number code also brings us into service. So it's very, it's encouraged and it's potent medicine this month to really take all that is happening within you and the actualization of who you are and who you're becoming, and always, 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 the question, the quest, the prayer is, how may I be in my highest level of service? So this month is giving you that kind of nurturing and balance of self so that you can then come back out and move into service in the planet. We are here for the experience of becoming new humans, but it is always in the service that transformation delivers through you, that you're in the fulfillment of your purpose, being a light being on the planet, but also to nurture and to embrace and to inspire others through your own experience, through your own frequency. That is the responsibility of the sovereign soul, is to activate so that the consciousness and collective of humanity at large may go through the birth canal and we can usher in this new earth. And are we not ready to do that? It is an arduous journey indeed. Okay, it's also really important this month that you focus on self-care, self-growth. You got to show up solid in who you're being. And no matter how distorting the lens has been, no matter how in and out of the pulse of deep rest and then coming back out, it is the birth canal, right? We go in, we come out, we go in, and it's accelerating so much that sometimes it feels like within one day, there's this space of contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion. So this is why self-care is so important this month, because it inspires your self-growth. So be as you be. And when you're inspired to move out into the world, that is the time. This Leo energy gives you that opportunity. Abundance is also on the rise. That's what the frequency of this month brings. So let's jump into the astrology. Of course, it's on light astrology. It's a big month We have two full moons. As I said earlier, we're ushered into the month of August with well, they're super moons, both of them. And so on the first of the month, we are met with the Aquarius full moon. And Aquarius, which is my sun sign, it's so much about bringing innovation and expanding and moving beyond the norm and kind of like breaking down the barriers, and then you bring that full moon energy in and the opposition of Leo, and it's a big moon. So move consciously, move cautiously, move intentionally, and let this outside of the box thinking really carry you right through the deliverance of who you're becoming. And it also it opens this big window that's going to bring you into the new moon in Aquarius, which you'll experience in January of 2024. So the 6 months or so that you're going to navigate through, it's time for you to make big, bold, and audacious desires, goals, intentions of who you're becoming, so it can be actualized in this window of these 6 months. So we move into August with 4 planets retrograde: Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, and Venus are all retrograde. And Venus is retrograde in Leo. And so it's this revisitation of old love, of what love means to you, relationships. It's that, anytime we go retrograde, we're revisiting, we're healing, we're rediscovering what was, so that we can initiate and activate what is to be and what we are becoming. And we ride through this, it really takes us through the summer. And then we will move into Mercury goes retrograde on the 23rd. Uranus on the 28th, and the wounded healer of Chiron goes retrograde, or is retrograde until the end of the month. So we have like 7 planets in retrograde. So this month is going to be a little bit interesting, as each month is. So after we get this first initiation of the full moon that's happening on the 1st, we move into the 8/8 Lionsgate portal, and this is an annual event. We begin the portal the 26th, 28th of July, and it comes to its full culmination on the 12th of August. So the height of it is the 8th. Now, the number codes of the 8/8 are also very fascinating, right? We have this infinity to infinity, and how it mirrors to how the sun and Sirius line up in the sky. It opens this portal. And portals are interesting. They are dynamic opportunities for enhancement of frequency, is what's coming through right now. I do feel like I want to make a bit of a cautionary statement about all portals. The 8/8 has picked up a lot of popularity, we'll call it, over, it really became a known thing, or a celebrated, spoken to thing around 2012. And there's been a lot of activation around it since then. I do want to say it's really important that when we're riding through portals, and especially when you're tuning into different healers and transmissions, it is essential that you move into protection, that you receive only that which is for you, and that you set that intention, no matter who it is that's guiding you. It's just been brought to my awareness that when we open mass portals on a collective scale, we are opening consciousness to all kinds of things. So discernment is always at hand. It's essential that you be discerning, that you navigate your own energy when you go into any kind of an activation, any kind of a portal activation with any kind of a healer, myself included, that you are a sovereign light being, and you are responsible for the energy that comes in, of, and around you. So be sure to pray in, call Archangel Michael, ask and set from your higher self that only that which attunes to your highest and greatest good shall come through you. I'm going to do an activation on the 8/8 that is going to be more about protection, more about, there's so much optimization of the 8/8 and the abundance, and we'll tap into that. But it's been called to my attention that it is essential that we move into honoring higher self consciousness as the conduit of all receiving. And so I've been guided to create an activation. I'll find it in the bio. to lead us through that protection and harmony with all these energies that are coming through, so we can integrate that which is for us and not blindly give our free will over to any kind of portal activation. It's very important to be mindful of these things. Okay, we move from that to the new moon in Leo on August the 16th. It's time to focus on your inner lion, lioness, that kind of, who are you on the inside? What are your goals? How do you express yourself? Where do you find beauty? What is your pleasure? The new moon brings the new beginning. It also brings that inner gaze. Don't miss this opportunity to really embody this fiery energy of beauty, of expression, of romance, of who you be in your inner plane that Leo loves to bring to the outer plane. But because it's the new moon, it gives you that time to really anchor in the truth of who you are at your core level, to name it, claim it, and become it in your essence and expression, and set that as the frequency for the new month, the new lunar cycle. On August 23rd, we move into Virgo season, and not a moment too soon is the feeling. It's time to focus. It's time to get yourself, your house, your business, get things in order. Virgo brings us that orderly, kind of conduit, kind of brings the energy in a little bit after Leo's, fiery, out there persona expression, which is beautiful. And the beauty of all the cycles that we move through is the balance and harmony that they create in totality. So Virgo kind of comes in and brings us back into focus, starts to harmonize us into moving into the fall, which is unbelievable that is the space that we are in. But here we are moving so quickly. And so it gives you a chance to kind of reclaim who you are, anchor in, get focused, get organized, and kind of get to it after the wilds of summer. And then on the 23rd, Mercury goes retrograde in its home sign of Virgo. And you know what to do. You know what to do when Mercury goes retrograde. Let it just double check everything, slow down, be very mindful, slow your roll. It's beautiful that we'll be in Virgo season because you get that kind of balance and harmony and that extra checking and organization and diligence in what it is you're creating, how you're functioning, who you're talking to, how you're speaking to them, what you're creating, all the things. And then we finish the month with, on August 30th, we have a full moon in Pisces. Again, this will be a blue moon because it's the second moon in the month. They are both super moons, meaning they're closest to the planet, so their effect is expanded greatly. That full moon in Pisces is going to bring in all of your emotion, your movement with the moon, the expression of you as the yin being, your intuition amplifies. It's really coming up, coming in, seeing everything. Pisces brings in that depth of emotion, but that high psychic, intuitive wisdom. And then with the moon casting its bright light as a super moon and a blue moon, super special, and it will usher us gracefully and gratefully into September. So the four things you most need to know, the four frequencies that wanted to come through. Number one was bold. It's just a bold, brave bam of a month, and that's what Leo brings us, and all this astrology. So be bold, be brave, and mostly be. So wherever you're being summoned to take bold action, to make bold changes, this is the time, and this is the time to do it with that 6 frequency of the number code of the universal month, and do it with love, to do it with harmony, and to do it with gentleness. So you can be both gentle in your expression yet bold in your action. Number 2 is abundance. The codes of the 8-8 are known to bring in this amplification of abundance. It is time to move out of the scarcity mindset wherever you're playing in the scarcity realm. It's a collective consciousness that's happening right now because the currency of monies is pivoting on this planet. And the dark underbelly of the monetary system that has been used as a measuring device for currency is in shift. And what it's doing is bringing up all of the old belief systems and patterns around money, around currency, around frequency, the old wounds, the ancestral agreements. These things are up in the field. So if you attune yourself, your frequency, your words, your thoughts, your desires, what you're saying, how you're saying it, what you're believing, if you tune that into the well of great abundance, disconnecting, like uncording out of money technology and into currency as frequency of expansiveness, which is limitless on this planet, then you will experience the abundance that is designed for you in this month. Focus, focus, focus. Number 3, focus. There's a lot of distortion in the lens. There's a lot happening in the height of summer. It's easy to get all over the place, and that's okay. Move as you're called to move, but have an intention of focus where focus is needed. It's going to deliver you much more gently into Virgo season and through the cycles of this moon energy, this full moon energy as the bookmarks of this month. If you can focus on what's important, and they're saying right now, if you can actually weaken your focus. This is interesting. Blur your focus to things you no longer want to see, or things that are no longer in service to you. Like I was talking about the money currency. Like if you could just kind of, how you can blur your vision so you see it in this blur, that would be highly beneficial to you through the course of this month, but yet fine tune the focus to what is true, what is desired, what is the greatest expression of you. And then number 4 is to nurture. And the best way to nurture is to get to nature. Let nature nurture you. To nurture your desires, to nurture yourself, to take care of your body, to take care of the things that are around you, the things that you desire, to nurture that which you wish to grow, and to get yourself into nature so that you can ground into the energy of what is for you. So it's a big, bountiful month. You are a beautiful soul on planet Earth. Thank you so much for your presence here. Keep shining your light. I'm honored to walk this path with you. Make it a spectacular August. Love to your life.